Rough Edge FM. Irritatingly irresistible internet radio at roughedgefm.com.
There's so much going on in your community that even in this age of information, it's tough to keep up. This show will help. It's all about what's new, what's happening, and what's out there. So if you're ready, sit back and listen up, Santa Paula.
By the way, I need a grant for $5,000.
Do you?
Yes. I just found a camera that I really want.
Is there any special grants available for Hollywood that does some of the movie industry?
I don't know. It's a camera
Mm-hmm.
that has a built-in gimbal to it. So you got your camera body, but then the lens is on a gimbal. So when you walk, it stays steady and you can twist the camera. I mean, it's like if you go up and down like this with the camera, the lens just stays right there no matter what you're doing with the body. It's really cool.
Wow. Okay.
$5,000.
That's way out of my price range.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that old school? You used to be able to just walk slow and steady and just do that, with the camera.
Walk slow. No, I don't have the gimbal legs, as they call it, because when I walk, it's like,
yeah.
Well,
that's part of the challenge there,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
while you do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Listen Up, Santa Paula.
Mm-hmm.
It is yours truly with John and
Jim.
Mm-hmm. So I have a little colic going on right now. So if I wear this headphone and I just kind of tilt it back, it holds it down for me.
Good.
The side view makes it look like I'm alfalfa.
There you go.
All right. So I sense that we both are dragging a little bit.
Still getting over being sick.
Yes, you're still sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired, which makes us sick and tired.
That's a good combo.
But so we have a few events that are coming up. This Thursday we have the college event.
Yeah.
And it could be a very interesting event.
Yeah, and just for a little, let me pull this up real quick. It's a meeting held by the college district. Their board. They're going to meet at the Ag Museum on Thursday at 6 p.m. from 6 to 8 to continue the discussion about the possible purchase of the land for the new learning center.
So they're bored and they decided to have this meeting?
Yes. Yeah. So I think it's good to continue the discussion.
You didn't follow that one at all.
No, I didn't follow it at all.
They're bored.
Uh-huh.
I'm bored. So I decided to have this meeting. Because I need to add a little excitement to my
okay. All right.
If you have to explain it, it's not funny.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a little slow. Okay. So yeah, the brain's not fully functioning.
I get it.
It's not firing on all cylinders right now.
I totally get it.
But no, it's good that they're coming out here and they're going to continue the discussion about the possible purchase of the land or just what the future of the possible learning center is. So it's Thursday, this Thursday, the 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. It's at the Ag Museum. Everybody's welcome. It's a public meeting. And I'm pretty sure being that it's a actual board meeting, there'll be an opportunity for people to speak as well in public comments. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. There's several groups that are going to be there. They're going to all chime in and just, hopefully have a very, good discussion, and then, just give the, hopefully the board gets some more information that will help them make a better decision or, hopefully they will purchase the land at some point, but
what's the hang up?
That I don't know. There was a bond passed years ago that there was a promise that the college was going to build a center here. And it's been, I don't remember how many years, but it's been more than 10 years since this has happened. And they still haven't kind of fulfilled that promise with what the money was intended for. So yes, they've expanded the East Campus. They've done other things too, but I think the bond was initially about the building of a new center. So I wasn't doing what I was doing back then, so I really wasn't too familiar with it. So just kind of what I've heard about it. So so I'm glad they're continuing the discussion. I think it's important that we get everybody in the room and continue that, and hopefully at some point they come to a decision as far as what's best for our community. I know the East Campus is doing great things, but we're also outgrowing it too. So at some point they're going to have to look at something in the future as they build up. I mean, they are expanding a little bit, but in the next 3 to 5 years, they're probably going to be at max capacity. So then what do you do at that point? So it should be a good discussion. Hopefully a lot of people can attend, and I'll be there, and we'll just kind of listen to what's going on, and hopefully, something positive comes out of it.
John, you need rest.
No, I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm about 50% still, but I'm chugging away here. So,
the one thing that I've noticed about you and I, we smile in the face of
adversity. Yeah. Well, you have to. I mean, you can't be, kicking the dirt, dragging your feet. I mean, you got to do what's best. I mean, we just keep moving along, So if I worried about so much stuff, man, I wouldn't be here, So
that's true.
You just keep, as long as we all do the best we can. I mean, that's all we can ask for.
And as long as you can smile your way through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So
that was the one thing when I was going through some of the issues that we had when we were back in Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
I had met with a judge on something, and he's like, man, even with all this stuff going on, you're still smiling. And I'm like, trust me, it's a mask. When that mask disappears, watch out, because somebody's going postal.
Oh, geez. Well, I haven't got there yet, but it's, what are you going to do? I mean, you're going to sit there and worry about it and do all this. Yeah, it's worrisome what people are going through, but just stay as positive as you can.
Well, you gotta focus on your health too.
Oh yeah, definitely. As we're getting older, my doctor already told me, he goes, you need to just pace yourself.
I'm dreading the birthday in December, because after seeing what happened to you when you turned 60,
I know, it was just like
it was like,
wow, okay,
I'm
testing
thinking,
me. Somebody's testing me right now.
I know, and I'm thinking, wow, this is not good.
No, it's
I thought I'd have at least another 10 years after 60 before everything started to fall apart.
No, this is just temporary right now. That's all what this is. A little temporary setback, but your phone's ringing.
I don't think I have my phone.
Not me. So
okay.
All right. Anyway, so we'll keep plugging along. I should be better next week.
All right.
Hopefully.
And we have Coffee with the Cops coming up next week.
Something like that. It's called Cone with the Cops.
Cone with the Cops.
It's our
That's
Coffee
right.
with the Cops series. This is the third one we're doing this year, and it's going to be held at McDonald's, and it's called Cone with the Cops. So you have an opportunity to go and speak with the officers and just kind of, just visit with them and see what they have. The K9 will be there, and so it's just, they'll have some giveaways and stuff. And we're, if you go and engage with an officer and talk with them, they'll give you a coupon for a free cone. So
so you have to actually engage with them?
Yes. It's not just come in, grab your cone and leave. We want you to actually engage with the officers.
So what if I am on the street and I get pulled over by an officer? Will that count as engagement?
If he gives you a coupon, yeah. Along with a ticket, So here's your ticket. By the way, you could get a free cone on me. Yeah. No, we're creating coupons just to kind of control the whole thing. And, we're fortunate that McDonald's is actually sponsoring this. So, we don't want to overdo it. So, there's probably 50, 60 cones we're going to give away in that time frame, short time frame. So
how many officers are there going to be there?
I don't know. Usually we get about 5 to 10 officers that come in there. So,
right, so that's 10 coupons for me.
One per customer.
One
per customer.
So if I go and engage with another officer, you're saying that I can't get another coupon?
You only get one. So, I mean, you'd take all 50 if you had the opportunity.
I would.
You know that. So,
how many coupons do I need to build it up to a Sunday?
You can't change. There's no exchanges or diversions from whatever it is.
I can't compile.
Nope.
And end up with a Sunday.
Nope. You get a cone and that's it.
Oh.
You can buy a Sunday there. I encourage you to buy one.
I will.
So, but if it's a cone, you just take your cone and go. All
right.
Don't be changing the rules. Don't be changing them. So,
Okay.
But it'll be a fun time.
That will be fun.
Yeah, it's something different, doing it in the afternoon. Normally we do coffee with the cops in the morning and stuff, but when we talk with McDonald's, they wanted to kind of do this kind of summertime thing. And so, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Then the next one we'll probably be doing it at Bunn and Chevrolet during the holidays, as a toy drive. So we're working on that.
Oh, nice.
Too. So
can we do one here, and we can do it as a booze with the cops?
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, I don't think I'll be involved in that one, but you can set that one up.
Oh yeah.
But no, it's good. I mean, we're fortunate that the officers are available to interact with the community and stuff. So, we thank them for that. And then the fact that McDonald's was so generous with us too. So, new owners, so they're actually want to really get engaged in the community. So
that's awesome.
So come talk with the officers. Grab your ice cream and then head over to the meeting at the Ag Museum.
There you go.
So so there's a lot going on that day. Yeah.
Oh, this is this Thursday as well.
It's this Thursday as well.
Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking it was next. Okay.
No.
This
Thursday. Yeah.
All right. So get your ice cream and then go sit through a meeting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at my event, you'll get a free breathalyzer test on your way out.
At the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. You'll get a coupon for a breathalyzer test.
I'm staying away from that one. Okay. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds really cool.
Mm.
So, yes, last week we were going to talk about some hidden gems. We hit a few of those. I believe we hit the rail cars and the magic shop.
Mm-hmm.
What other kind of hidden gems? You've been a lifelong Santa Paula resident.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in Santa Paula that you still go, oh, I didn't know that was going on?
Probably not.
Probably pretty hard for you.
Yeah,
huh?
it is hard for me to, I'll see a business sometimes that I was like, oh, I didn't know this business was here, or whatever. That's, kind of surprised, or who they serve or how they do. I'm like, oh, that's new, But as far as like touristy stuff, I pretty much seen it all.
Yeah.
So it's a small town. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it is.
So,
But even though it's a small town, there's still a number of people who go, I didn't know we had that.
Oh yeah, we've had many residents that have never been to one of the museums.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you've lived here your whole life, you've never stepped foot in the art museum or the Ag Museum or something like that, or they've never been to the airport on the first Sunday. So so there's people, and I get it. People are busy; they've got their routines, and but at some point, stop and look what's around you.
Yeah, and sadly, with that comes the potential closure of the Ag Museum because they're not getting enough people coming through it.
Yeah.
And so if, people don't want to see these things disappear, you got to support it.
Well, case in point, we had the oil museum.
Right.
That was another one that was just people weren't going, and it was just for whatever the reason. Then, COVID kind of knocked that out too and stuff. So yeah, I think in general, all museums are kind of struggling right now, but they're being creative. They're coming up with creative new ways of doing things. And I know with the Ag Museum, they're going to be doing more events. They're going to be doing other things. So it'll still be accessible for the public. It just, they're just changing some of the ways they're doing business, so it's not going away anytime soon.
Right.
But, and the art museum's doing a great job. They still have their events. They have their what they're doing, but then we're hoping they get that oil museum back open again soon. So I guess we're just
as an oil museum, or are they it's gonna be other things?
I'm sure it's going to be other things. I don't think it's going to be strictly oil. I know they've been working with the Historical Society and a couple other organizations to see what transpires out of that. So I think it's going to be a new. There'll be still some things of oil, but it's going to be, something new also. So maybe more interactive for students or for the public in general. Because that's one thing with museums. I think the ones that are more interactive, I think appeals to more people now.
Right.
So, so it's just, we're to a point now where, we've done a great job with the museums, but we got to evolve into something different.
Yeah.
Make it more interactive. Because that's, the technology has really changed how they operate now too. So.
Yeah. And, the, in a small town, a museum's only going to go so far unless it can do something to attract people from the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know Santa Paula is really trying hard to become like a touristy type destination.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a lot of things that create a draw for that.
Yeah.
The issue, I think, is to create a draw that allows people to stay here.
Yeah.
Right now, I think we're kind of viewed as this one and done. You come in, you spend the day, and you leave.
Yeah, and you've kind of seen everything, or whatever you choose. So
right.
And the fact we don't really have a lot of hotel space here. When we have the Glen Tavern, we have Santa Paula Inn. There's some Airbnbs out here, but for most families that come in, they want the whole experience of if they come in for a hotel, so they might go to Ventura or whatever. But then it they might come out here for a day, and that's fine. But so we have to in the future kind of think about some different ways of how we tell our story as a community. And
right.
We've been talking about that. Are we an art community? Are we a just figure out what our destination place is here. We struggle with that in the entire valley. I think the whole county struggles with that too.
Right.
And because everybody's trying to get this piece of the pie and trying to get it, because everybody's, dollars are not what they used to be. So they're trying to capture what they can. So people are being very creative. Social media is blowing up, and they're doing everything they can to bring people in. You're seeing that even with restaurants and stuff, how they're trying to get creative and, just trying to catch people's attention to, so, I mean, with you, or me, we're looking at, we go to a different community. We want to see what to do. And, first thing, you go to social media, you go to the other areas to find out what's the best thing to do, because you have limited time and limited money.
Yeah. The first thing that I actually do is I go on to the internet and I say things to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's where I start before I even hit social media.
Yeah.
Social media might entice me to go, oh, that looks interesting. Let's go do that. But when I'm there, I'm hitting the web.
Well, and now AI too has changed it also.
Yeah.
We're looking at a trip next year, and I just type the stuff into AI and it pops up a whole itinerary for me of different things. It hits the highlights of what the area is. And it's like, oh, okay. So that's a starting point, And so, but I'm sure people are doing that. There are a lot of people that come in, they're looking at social media. They're looking at, like you said, on the internet or whatever, and they just want to get in, look at their stuff, do what they got to do, and then get out, So,
what's interesting is, speaking of AI, there was a task that I needed to do on a photo. And so I tried searching the internet by just putting in some keywords to say, this, and this. And it wasn't quite giving me what I was looking for. So I went into AI and I said, hey, I need to do this to a photo. What program do you recommend and how do I do it? And it literally gave me these different options, and it told me exactly how to do it. So it's like, it's almost like, okay, I am the internet. I know where everything's buried. And I know exactly how to go in and find it to unbury it. Whereas you have to use, try to be creative in your description and your keywords and whatnot. So it's almost like a better place or a better resource to start.
Oh yeah.
Than it is to actually even do a search query on the internet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's kind of my go-to now is through, AI, and just as a starting point.
Yeah.
So, cause it's a huge time saver.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Cause you remember the old days of searching the internet, you had to kind of go into the community, you had to kind of look and kind of, use the other things such as Yelp or whatever, these other ones that you're just trying to look. And then, but now you just type something in and bam, it spits out everything for you right away.
2 hours later, you're still digging. And
I know.
Here in 3 minutes, you have everything you need. And like you said, it's got your itinerary.
Yeah. You can type in, I'm going to be there for 4 days. Give me an itinerary, and bam, it spits it out. Yeah. So it's amazing.
Here's the things I like to do. And then it comes back and it says, would you like me to book you a plane ticket?
We should do that with Santa Paula. Just type in, things to do in Santa Paula, like an itinerary, and see what it spits out.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see.
It would be.
If it's a 1 day or if it comes out like 2, or maybe type in, well, what's a 2-day trip to Santa Paula look like?
Yeah.
And see what comes up. Might be surprised what we find.
Yeah. And it's like, I wonder if the escape rooms or the magic shop or any of that stuff would come up.
I'm sure a lot of that comes up, the theater center, and, depending on the weekend, if it's the art museum or ag museum or the aviation museum, whatever, So, are you gonna do chat?
We're gonna
Check it out.
We're gonna go in and let's do a. So, what kind of activities are there to do in Santa Paula, California?
Are you gonna be upset if the escape rooms aren't there?
And how many days should I stay?
There you go. See how quick that does that.
Oh,
oh no. Okay.
I have to log in.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, let's find out.
Nobody likes dead air.
Well, you should tell us your email and your password.
Right, I'm signing in with my oh, jeez.
The two-factor authentication. I know that. Yeah. Got your phone with you?
No, I'm gonna have to go get that.
Oh wow! All right. Well,
All
let's figure something out.
You
all right.
You talk about what else is going on.
Oh, excuse me. So one thing we are having the mural dedication for the community center, and that's going to be on the 28th, and we're going to do that at noon. So we're going to have a small, a short little ceremony. We're going to put a new plaque there. The artists will be there, and we will just kind of give a quick little presentation at noon, and just as dedicating our 10th historic mural in the community.
And when is that happening?
That is Thursday the 28th at noon.
I know you said that.
Yeah. So
we'll hopefully have a postcard.
Yeah, we're working on actually coming up with a postcard, maybe as a giveaway. So we're working on that. Hopefully we can have that available for next week. But it'll be cool. We're gonna have, the artists will be there. I'll speak, and somebody from the city is gonna speak, probably the mayor. We're gonna actually have somebody from the Art de Cultura group speak as well, because they help with the naming of the mural. So yeah, it'll be a good, it'll be a good ceremony. It'll be good to finally wrap all that up, and then there'll be a plaque there so people can look at it. And then we're going to eventually add a QR code to it as well, so you can actually scan it, and it'll go to the city website that has the mural. And there'll be a little story in both English and Spanish. So we're still working on that too. Are you having issues here?
I am having major issues here.
Wow. Okay. So, okay. I can always look it up too on my phone.
I was going to say, what turned out to be.
How about I do that on my phone? You talk and I'll do that.
All right. So
let's do that. Okay.
What activities? Let's see who can do it first.
Are
there to
you already set up
in Santa Paula, California? And how long should I stay? Oh, it wants me to pay. Oh, it's because I went into the new chat 5.0.
Okay. Let's see what it does here. I said, give me a 2-day itinerary for Santa Paula.
Okay.
Okay. History, art, and downtown charm on day 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes here. So it says, it'll have to be updated. So it says in the morning, you can visit the art museum. Start with a stroll through rotating exhibits and regional artists, California Impressionists. Don't miss the Cole Creative Center. That does have the California Oil Museum, but it says in parentheses, if open. And it says explore Santa Paula's history of the birthplace of California's oil industry. That's telling you lunch at Rabelais. Afternoon, you do a murals walking tour and the train depot. And then dinner, it shows dinner at Cocina 1912.
Nice.
That's what it pulled up. And then it has cruise night if the first Friday between April and October. So, okay. And then,
but nothing.
And then it has day 2, which is labeled nature and local flavor.
Okay.
And it has the Santa Paula Canyon and Punch Bowls hike, which is, the tourist destination. The alternative is the airport, the aviation museum. Well, it says lunch at Flight 126 Cafe. Well, that's not happening right now. So since they're closed. Afternoon, the Agriculture Museum. And then wine and cider tasting. Stop by Anna Cider. And then dinner. It has the Draft Sports Bar and for dinner, and then it says stroll Main Street at sunset. This does need to be updated because it says pick up a treat at Frosty's or enjoy Old Town Charm before wrapping. I don't know what Frosty's is. So it's not the most accurate, but
No,
it's a start. It's always say it's a starting point, you know.
I put in things to do in Santa Paula, and I just said things to do in Santa Paula, and it says the Punch Bowl, the rail bikes, the sycamore tree. Then it has the Oil Museum, the Aviation, the Fillmore and Western Railroad, Historic Architect and Homes, Glen Tavern, Washington Faulkner House, George Washington, Santa Paula Theater Center. Doesn't say anything about escape room, doesn't say anything about magic shop, doesn't say anything about the game store, the gather and play.
So it's a little behind. It's not as updated. So I put places to eat, best place to eat in Santa Paula. It pulls up Park 1055, Rabelais, Hosey's Grill, Cocina 1912, El Capriccio. So yeah, so it's somewhat updated.
Yeah, there's some accuracy. I wonder how you go about telling AI that you're not entirely correct.
Well, I think it learns as it goes.
Yeah.
So I think if you take something away, change something, and it'll get smarter as it goes.
Yeah.
So that's interesting how you do that. So if you're coming to Santa Paula for the first time and you're just kind of looking it up, it's somewhat accurate, but not.
I'm kind of disappointed that it doesn't go see a magic show or explore one of the only magic shops, one of the few magic shops left in the country. And
okay. California. Okay. Let's see. I typed in best magic shop in California. And
I'm going to go with Vanishing Ink or Penguin.
Okay. Well, you're not in the top 4. Okay. Oh, you are in here. You're listed in here. Okay. So response number 2, Houdini's Magic Shop, Misdirections Magic Shop, San Francisco, the Magic Apple, Hocus Pocus Magic Shop in Santa Paula, White Rabbit Magic. So you're above the Magic Castle. Wow. So that's, local to me. White Rabbit Magic hits that sweet spot between access, quality, and tradition.
Ooh.
Wow. Well, I like that. There you go. So, I mean, AI, it is what it is right now.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be accurate. You just take it for what it's worth at this point right now. But it's a good starting point for if you're looking to go somewhere. And specific. I'm sure if you put entertainment for each city, it'll give you different things. But yeah.
And I think the moral to this story
Mm-hmm.
is that if you use it for a starting point, you're still going to have to do a little research just to make sure that what they're telling you to do is still there.
Yeah, because we saw a couple things here where Flight 126, the Oil Museum, they're not open. So
Right.
Yeah, but no, it's a good tool. I mean, you use that, you use the other options like Yelp and those other ones that do it, and you can kind of probably put your whole itinerary together. So, but yeah, it's interesting. So,
I think it's kind of nailed the restaurants, but those are very much staples within the community.
Well, and does some of that have to do with how they position themselves on like Google and stuff?
I'm sure.
The more active they are, the higher they're going to go up there and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's something that as businesses are going, they have to get out there.
Yeah.
And all these ones that I see here, they're upping their game with social media and all that stuff too. So it's good to see that.
Yep.
So you got to get out there. That's the thing.
You do. And, it's funny because I don't use social media, but you have to. And so I don't use it personally. The only thing I use it for is to engage business wise.
But that's tough. That's time consuming.
Yep.
It's just, as we're doing our social media stuff as well, it's very time consuming. And then you can never hit on everything, especially an organization like us. We're trying to help, support all of our businesses, all of our members, but that's a lot. And how can you do that in a week's time?
Right.
And then if they're not active on social media, then that makes it even harder. So we're trying to work with businesses and trying to help them up their social media game and stuff as well, because a lot of them are small business. They don't have time to do that, but they have to for survival a lot of times.
Well, we just signed a deal with Mountain View Inn and Restaurant, and it ends up equating to about 70 to 80 posts a month that we'll be doing for them.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that is a lot.
Yep. So we're gonna try, because they have 5. They have the inn, they have the restaurant, they have the cafe, they have the bar, they have the catering, and they have the vineyard. So trying to hit.
Well, even if you did 1 or 2 posts a week for all of them, you'll hit your numbers.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, but that's time consuming, because then you have to have the content.
Yes.
And that's the thing with people, is when you're doing social media, you have to have content. You can't. What are you going to post? You have to do something.
Yeah, and what I explained to him is, I said, it's okay to do the posts that you're announcing this, you're announcing that, but we need at least 1 or 2 that would be considered like viral posts. Yeah. And so one idea I had is, you go walking into the coffee shop and you're kind of like we are right now. Oh, gotta have my coffee. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you take a sip of the coffee, and then it cuts and it sees you mowing the lawn, painting the house, trimming the trees. And it's like these quick little snippets of
some strong coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you had your fix today?
Yeah, I think that's, people are more engaged with the interactive stuff.
Yeah.
If you just post a photo from your business, it's okay, but it's the interaction that people are engaged with right now.
Yeah, it's the viral stuff that's going to get people to follow and to sign up, and
that's hard
build
to do.
your audience.
If you're not familiar with it, and 2, you got to make sure you have enough content to do that too.
And if I had that camera, I could really do some cool stuff.
You gotta, for now, just do what you got. Do your little hopping and whatever. So or just set it on a stand and just
all it is a
way.
$5,000 grant. Anyone out there?
How many cameras do you own?
I like 12.
And you can't get one of them to hold steady. Well, when you blow up and you're big, then you can afford it. Not a big deal. So we're just, we're growing here.
I'm still trying to get my $1 million for the.
You got other things you got to worry about first, So, but
okay.
But yeah, no. So did we actually hit on hidden gems?
No.
Okay. So
no. Give me one.
How about the airport?
The airport is it's a gem. I'm not so sure it's hidden, because you can see the planes coming in and out.
But people don't know of, that it's actually open on for Sunday, and you can go out and walk it, and you can meet the pilots, and you can talk with people, and then the aviation museum's open. We were just at the Camarillo Wings Over Camarillo Air Show this past weekend, and a lot of people talk about Santa Paula Airport. We're in an area where we were sitting next to a couple that was, he has a plane, and he says, I've flown into Santa Paula many times, because it's a great airport and stuff. It's kind of hidden, so it's kind of cool and stuff. So yeah, and people fly in and out all the time. When the restaurant was open, they'd fly in and eat, and they'd leave,
Right.
So so it's one of our hidden gems that, it's there, but people don't really know what they offer too. So.
Yeah, and it's fun to take, like if you have young kids, take them and just sit out by the tarmac and watch the planes take off, and watch them come in and land, especially over the weekends. And
it's cool.
Yeah,
I'm always intrigued by it. When we're at the air show, it was great to see everything and stuff, and because I hadn't been to one in a while, so it was kind of cool to see all that stuff.
Nice.
And then Judy Phelps from CP Aviation, she performed, and she was great. She was
really
awesome. Oh yeah, she did great. She kicked it off, and she was fantastic.
Nice.
So CP Aviation, one of our little hidden gems too, that she's an instructor. She does all these different things, and she kicked it off, and it was a lot of fun watching her. So,
nice.
Yeah.
What did she do? Aerial stunts?
Yeah.
And
a little acrobatic stuff with the plane, and did all these crazy things, and it was cool watching her. So
nice.
She's part of Rotary, which I'm part of, so it's kind of cool to see somebody you really know that. And we talked to her after, and she was just like, we told how great she was and everything. And so That's cool.
Nice.
So the airport's one of our hidden gems.
All right.
And we can always talk about the theater center at some point too.
Yes.
Maybe
we'll touch on that one next week.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that is our show. Don't forget this Thursday, we got 2 events. We got cones with the cops. And we're not talking about those orange things that go on the road. We're talking about ice cream. And then we have the college meeting at the Ag. So hopefully we'll see you there. And until then, stay safe, drink your coffee, and
stay hydrated. It's hot.
Stay hydrated. And when do you do your test?
My stuff next week.
Next week?
Some of it this week, some next week.
So we'll get a report on Wednesday, whether or not you're dying.
I'm like right there, so hopefully I'll be okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. We'll get an update next week. See y'all. Take care.
This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.